And we are back. Pokemon White Hardcore Nuzlocke. Our run continues. We are on our way to the final gym, the 8th gym here, focusing on Dragon-type Pokemon. But first, our Icarus City encounter is going to be the Stunfisk. Add it to the PC. All right, and then we are almost to the 8th gym here, but Bianca comes out from the side and wants to challenge us to another battle. We've been fighting off Charon the last few times, and now Bianca wants some of the action. And at this point in the game, her team is looking pretty formidable, so you have to take her seriously here. I do believe all of her Pokemon are fully evolved and ready to go. So she leads with Stoutland. Level 38 has the Intimidate ability, which is really nice. We send out Salim, our Archeops. We've been using him a lot in between these two gyms, and he has that bargain where his base stats with his physical attack and speed are really high in exchange for one of the worst abilities in the game, being Defeatus, to where if he drops below half health, he basically has a burn and his attack is in half. So it's really tough to work around, but you usually can attack first before the other Pokemon. So either way, you're going to get a nice chunk of damage in, as the Samurott responds with Revenge here, chunking Salim just above half HP. But we've already cleared the Stoutland. We got Samurott to half, and now we can do a safe swap into Superior to eat the Aqua Jet here, no problem. And now Edward's going to be looking for a Leaf Blade to put down Bianca's ace, and Samurott cannot withstand that. Really good stuff. And now we are on to Bianca's third Pokemon, the Simisear, and Fire Monkey, and we are going to pivot right into Catalina the Swanna for some super effective water type damage, and let's see what he does. Goes for the Flame Burst, not very effective, no problem there, and Surf potentially one-shotting, but we are slower, so we have to eat another Flame Burst. Surf comes down, and it is not enough to one-shot, so we're looking for another Surf here as Bianca full restores the Simisear, not wanting to lose her Fire Monkey. And another Surf connects here and brings Simisear back to the red. So we lead into a third Surf. Bianca responds with another full restore, and it is getting a little bit crazy here. Surf comes down, leaves Simisear with arguably 1 HP. We go for the fourth Surf, have to eat yet another Flame Burst. The Surf connects and finishes Simisear off for good. And we are down to Bianca's final Pokemon, and it is the Musharna. Very bulky and tanky Psychic type here. And we're going to pivot straight into Olivier, which is our Scrafty. Fantastic Dark and Fighting typing. Lucky Chant comes down. We are no longer able to crit the Musharna, but I don't think that matters too much. Crunch comes down. Massive damage, leaving Musharna in the orange defense curl to try to save it, get that defense up, but it's not going to be enough, and Olivier drops back and finishes the Musharna with yet another crunch. That is Bianca, and now we are on our way to the 8th gym. Let's do it. We make a quick stop at Route 9 and run into Duosion here, the Reinculus pre-evolution, and we catch it with the Pokeball and add it to the PC. And then instead of going straight to the gym, I snuck over to Route 10 to see what encounter we could have gotten, and it is going to be the Rufflet or the Rooflet, the Braviary pre-evolution, and unfortunately it doesn't evolve until I think level 54, which is a good chunk over the level cap for the Elite Four, which is unfortunate, but a very cute and cool Pokemon nonetheless. Let's add it to the PC. All right, it is time for the 8th and final gym. It's not Drayden, it's his daughter Iris. So instead of Iris being the champion this time around, she is the 8th gym leader. So game plan is we're just going to use the Snow Cone here. We're going to use Vanillish. Base stat total is not that high since it is the second evolution. It's not the third. So in comparison, it's not very good in that regard. However, with Never Melt Ice and a Stab super effective Blizzard on all 3 of her Pokemon, I think we're going to be okay. But if we do get hit by a Dragon Claw or a Dragon Danced Dragon Claw, we might just get one shot, and I think we are definitely dead to critical regardless. So what I'm hoping for is just a Blizzard Hail sweep, but that might not actually work the more I'm thinking about this, because if we can't tank one hit, it's going to be really hard to get that combination to work here. However, we do have Ice Body, which gradually regains HP in a hailstorm, so potentially, but yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see how this goes, but I thought it was kind of foolproof, but the more I'm thinking about it now, This might end very badly for our little snow cone here. So let's see if Nox can clutch. If Nox can just come in and knock all three of these guys out, that would be fantastic. But if not, we'll see what the other five can do here. So let's do it. Vanillish comes down versus Iris's Fracture. And yeah, no, I mean, we could go for the stab Ice Beams. We could go for the stab Ice Beams, and actually that might be the play since we do have the Never Melt Ice and not risk the Hail Blizzard since it is going to take that one extra turn, and that will give Fracture a chance to Dragon Dance, and then he'll probably be faster, and then he can one-shot with... he actually doesn't have Dragon Claw, he has Dragon Tail, so he will go second, actually. So because Dragon Tail is a reverse priority, much like Revenge. So if he had Dragon Claw, I'd actually be very scared, but she doesn't. It's actually a girl, so she doesn't, giving me the idea that Hail Blizzard 1, 2, 3 is going to be the moneymaker here. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's not risk the Ice Beam. The Ice Beam might not kill Dredagon. It probably will kill the Fracture since it's a middle evolution as well. So we're risking it all here, but this could be monumental. Oh, man. Here we go. So the Dragon Dance comes down, +1/+1 speed and attack. The Hail's going to buff it a little bit here. And the moment of truth, I do believe Fracture is faster now, but again, it's reverse priority, so... Fracture's going to go second, but it gets greedy for a second Dragon Dance. +2/+2, but I think it is dead and gone. Blizzard cannot miss in the Hailstorm starting in Gen 4, and this is Gen 5. So that is not going to bode well for our little friend here, and Fracture goes down. Oh boy, so we have Dredagon and Haxorus, both tankier than the Fracture, but are they tanky enough to eat a Blizzard? A stab Blizzard with Never Melt Ice on top of super effective damage? I don't think so. And Nox is going to drop back and throw down another Blizzard. On top of that, Nox has a positive speed nature. So for all of the bad natures we have gotten in this run, Nox is swooping in and grabbing a positive one and turning the tides, and Dredagon falls, and Iris is on the brink of getting swept. The Haxorus comes down, the guillotine herself, but will it be enough? I don't think so, as Nox drops back, as Haxorus Dragon Dance is trying to do something in this battle, but I think it's going to be for naught as the Blizzard comes down. It does connect through the Hailstorm, and I do believe this Haxorus is going to be frozen. Frozen solid, and she takes her final rest, and Iris gets absolutely swept by a refreshing ice cream. Like, what? That, oh my gosh, we're just coming off of the Pokemon X run where Wolfric, the ice gym leader there, the 8th and final gym, got swept by my Pyroar. So these 8th gym leaders are a little bit vulnerable to a pure typing here, just coming in and man-moding. So really interesting stuff there. Just taken aback a little bit by how easy that was, but we will take that. We only have one casualty so far with Hughes, the Pansear, or I should say the Simipour rather. Simipour dropped, I think, last video or the video before. That's our only casualty. Really good stuff. And now we are on to Victory Road in the Elite Four. And that will do it for this run. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it safe. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.